order the Borough meeting of White Oak Council, July 20th, 2026, 7:30 p.m. We're going to start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Councilman Kambakis.
Here.
Councilwoman Soterianis.
Here.
Mayor Martin. Here. Councilwoman Porter.
Here.
Councilman Davis.
Here.
Councilwoman Forrest.
Here.
Councilman Tillfeld.
Here.
Councilwoman DePaul.
Present. Thank you, Mary Ann. I need a motion to pass the minutes for June 8th, 2026 council workshop meeting.
So
and
moved.
also June 15th, 2026 council meeting.
Second.
Question on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed. Executive session is actually passed.
Thank you, Madam President. This evening, council had an executive session to receive legal advice, and then I'm going to ask for another executive session with council to discuss personnel matters after tonight's meeting.
Thank you, Ashley. We have recognitions with Ms. Anna Martin. There.
Other proclamation for the DAR. Is somebody here for that? DAR? Would you please come up here? Proclamation. Whereas the United States of America is celebrating the historic semi-quincentennial marking the 250th anniversary of the signed Declaration of Independence in 2026. Whereas the milestone celebration stands as a testament to the strength, resilience, and determination of the American people, honoring the patriots who fought for liberty and established our democratic republic. And whereas the Queen, the equivalent chapter of National Society Daughters of the American Revolution, continues to play a vital role in community learning, historic preservation, education, and patriotism. Whereas the DAR is actively supporting the National American 250 initiative by honoring our Revolutionary War ancestors and engaging our youth, preserving our shared heritage. Now therefore, I, Anna G. Martin, Mayor of the Borough of White Oak, Pennsylvania, recognize the notable efforts of the DAR and call upon all citizens to observe this milestone celebration of the 250th anniversary of the nation. This the day, 20th day of July 2026. Congratulations. Thank you. And now I have the privilege of, yes, proclamation. So bear with me. Whereas it has come to the attention of the Mayor and Council of White Oak Borough that our lifeguard staff exhibited exemplary conduct while on duty at the Arizona Pool on June 13, 2026. And whereas the Borough of White Oak has benefited greatly because of the dedication and hard work of its lifeguards, whose compassion is genuine and to the welfare of other human beings, and the source of inspiration to everyone. And whereas the staff recognizes the emergency situation and rendered aid, and whereas it had not been for the life-saving and skilled response of our lifeguards and of the responding emergency medical crews, a precious life may have been lost. Now therefore, on behalf of the Mayor and Council of Borough of White Oak, In recognition of this event, we hereby commend and recognize the following lifeguards for their exemplary conduct and outstanding performance in emergency. Please come forward as I call your name. Jessica. Madeline. McKenna. Natalie. Amelia. Serena. Noah. And Ethan. We would also like to recognize the following pool patrons for their assistance during this emergency situation. Please come forward as I call your name. Brian. Adam. And Jennifer. Is Zach here? Okay, Zach. I'm very proud of these lifeguards and all this situation that they handle. This is the second time now, well, probably more than this. 2 years ago, we did the same thing for lifeguards to save another life. So we have the most fabulous lifeguards. You can trust your life with them. They are wonderful. Don't try, but they don't. I'm so proud of them. And we have a wonderful staff and wonderful pool area, so please, excuse me as much.
If you ask it, sorry.
Introduce the person whose life was saved. He doesn't mind. Jen Medford. Yes.
I just have a few words for everyone here tonight. Good evening. My name is Ken Medved. I'm a resident of White Oak, and these are my words. I am lucky and privileged to be here with you tonight. I want to thank Council, Mayor Martin, and my friend, Borough Manager John Palio, for taking this time to acknowledge and recognize some outstanding individuals for their heroic role in helping to save my life. Several weeks ago, despite not having a heart attack, stroke, or cardiac arrest for hospital testing, I found myself drowning in the deep section of our Community Heritage Park swimming pool. I remember diving in, but then not being able to surface, losing coordination and control of my arms and legs. All I remember is frantically struggling to reach the surface, then surfacing for a few seconds, unable to maintain that position, and slipping back under the water, just feeling a painless calm. I cannot tell you what then transpired, only regaining full consciousness in the emergency vehicle. It is only because of these fine young men and women, including Officer Fontaine, Citizen Brian Easter, and all those that I forgot to mention, that I'm alive and with all of you here tonight. I want to tell everyone how lucky I am, and we are, to have these brave and dedicated citizens by our side. I'd like to take this time to thank each and every one of them individually and share some good luck by acknowledging their bravery with, although I'm not Irish, a small token of an Irish blessing and a small token. May your troubles be less and your blessings be more, and nothing but happiness come through your door. Thank you, Ken. I'd like to present you.
I would also like our chief, Jason Binder, to come up as he recognizes one of our officers.
I want to recognize Officer Martel Fontaine. Officer Fontaine was the shift supervisor that day and responded. He was the first one to the pool area. He showed tremendous leadership and calmness under pressure, and for that, we want to commend him for his service that day.
Thanks, everyone.
I'd also like to step just inside for the whole staff of the White Oak Pool.
Alon.
This is Alon, she is the pool manager, and pool manager, and she's up there a lot, so she's very trustworthy also, she's a great girl, so I want to thank you. Thank you, guys.
I would also like to acknowledge the other management staff, Laura and Brian Klein. Thank you. You want to,
Thank you, everyone.
Laura and Brian?
This is also part of the White Oak team. Brian's been here for how many years?
Probably 35.
Full manager.
Yeah, I do the, I'm a Red Cross instructor. So this was a really important thing to see. Lifeguards get trained at as early as age 15. So we have some kids who can't even drive, and they're able to take on a huge responsibility. And we're just so proud that they were able to step up when it needed to happen. So definitely proud of that group. And the other ones that maybe weren't there that day, but they do the job every day. And of course, we're super happy that we had, community members that are skilled that stepped up and helped save a life.
Thank you, everyone. So we have public comments. Under the Pennsylvania Sunshine Act, 65 BA CS 710.1, public participation, the Borough of White Oak will provide an opportunity for residents and taxpayers of the borough to make public comments. Comments are limited to 3 minutes. Okay, go ahead. Make sure. Is there any public comment? Can you please state your name and address?
Yes, my name is Barbara Harvey. I live at 1114 Monongahela Boulevard. And I'm here concerned about the alleyway behind the house. I believe it's Division alleyway. The road surface has been patched numerous times, but it's not holding up very well, and it actually because of winter time, I guess, and salt, and there's a person up the alleyway that drains their pool for days on end, and then this winter, the road just buckled, and I do have pictures here. And it, underneath my car, it tore a piece of plastic there that, protects a lot of the things underneath. I had it replaced today, so I have a bill here, which I don't want compensated for, but just to show that it really needs repaved the whole alleyway, not just patchwork and, everything else.
Barbara, you're at 1114 Monongahela Boulevard.
That is correct. I have pictures here.
Thank you.
Oh, you're quite welcome. Thank you. You're very welcome.
Is there any other public comment?
Good evening. My name's Kevin Resnick, property owner of parcel number 463H369 on Long Run Road. My home address is 2410 James Street, McKeesport. I'm a volunteer at the White Oak Athletic Association. I know one of our borough-appointed representatives provide monthly reports, but I wanted to take a few minutes to speak directly to council and to the public about where we are today and where we're headed. First thing I'd like to share is that participation continues to grow rapidly. This summer alone, between our basketball programs, our newly introduced softball skills program, and our TOTS program, we've had over 270 registrations from 25 different municipalities. Families are coming from our local neighboring communities, as well as places as far away as the city of Pittsburgh, Hempfield, Greensburg, Monongahela, Brownsville, Cheswick, New Stanton, and others. So people are hearing about what we're doing in White Oak, and they're choosing to come here. We're also proud of the feedback we've received. Parents, coaches, players, officials consistently tell us our programs are organized, welcoming, and well-run. We're expanding affordable, competitive basketball, baseball, and softball opportunities so families don't feel like they have to leave this area or spend thousands of dollars to find quality programming. That should be exciting for all of us. Those families are likely supporting local businesses, and more importantly, they're leaving with a positive impression of the youth programs we have in White Oak. But those same families arrive at facilities with aging buildings that need paint, poor drainage, dugouts with holes in the roofs, broken fencing and bleachers, and areas that simply don't reflect the quality of the programming taking place here. Our volunteers and supporters continue investing back into the organization, but they can only do so much. Gone are the days when every team had multiple families willing to pitch in with facility improvements. In fact, I've had to ask my two sons, along with a couple of the varsity players from McKeesport basketball, to pick up for me down at the gym tonight, reffing 3-on-3, so that I can come here and speak. We've taken increased revenue and volunteer efforts with all the additional participation to fund program improvements. We put in a new basketball scoreboard. We got our fields back into playable condition. We did repairs to the concession stands, replaced drop ceilings, mend fences and bleachers as much as we can, and perform countless hours of general maintenance. But rising costs, especially utilities, make it increasingly difficult to continue at that pace. As of July, the borough's electricity stipend for White Oak AA has been exhausted, meaning White Oak AA must now find additional funding just to keep the lights on for the remainder of the year. Communication has also been increasingly difficult. We've requested additional support in several areas, yet too often we're left waiting for extended periods without clear direction. I may just be more used to acting faster than some things happen in government, so I'm learning that. We're also preparing for a new borough drafted lease, which we've been told is coming soon. We understand the current lease should be updated, and we welcome that discussion. What concerns us is that we were notified of a 90-day lease termination in a letter dated July 2nd, and as of today, we've received no indication on what that future agreement may look like. That uncertainty affects our board, our volunteers, and the families we serve. We remain optimistic that the new lease will recognize that WOAA is a nonprofit community organization, not run by paid professionals, but by volunteers working for the benefit of our youth. White Oak AA has real momentum. More families are participating, more communities are choosing White Oak for youth sports. New friendships and relationships across school districts are being built every day in our gym and in our fields. If the borough isn't in a position to provide additional support, we simply ask that you tell us that. We can pursue grants, donations, volunteers, and other partnerships if needed. But we need honest and timely communication. As volunteers, we can work almost around any obstacle, but we can't work around uncertainty. The question isn't whether White Oak AA is growing. The question is whether White Oak Borough wants to fully embrace and support that growth. I sincerely hope the answer is yes, because I believe the future of White Oak AA and the future of White Oak are stronger when we continue to move and work together. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any other public comment? Mayor's report, Mayor Ian Martin.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Police activity, June 2026. 20 alarm calls, both business and residents, 2 warrant arrests, 71 total traffic stops, 23 traffic citations issued, 14 vehicle accidents, 13 domestic related incidents, 14 welfare checks, 15 animal complaints, including 1 animal cruelty, 11 total criminal arrests, 2 simple assaults, 3 drug related, 2 disorderly conduct, 1 theft, 2 criminal trespass, 3 harassments. Total report incidents 298. That concludes my report. Mr. President.
Thank you, Mayor. Standing committee reports, finance, Mr. Chuck Davis.
Your treasury report is going to read the account balances. Beginning balance $5,544,564.09. Actual revenues is $1,108,990.45. Actual expenditures $1,057,926.72. And fund balance is $7,544,805.73. That's in the form of a motion.
So moved.
Question on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
I have a motion approving check register for the month of June, which includes electronic fund transfers and general fund checks in the following ranges: 53014 to 53130, totaling $734,395.12.
Motion on the floor, do I have a second?
Second.
Question on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
I have a motion authorizing the following inter-fund transfers for the month of June. Liquid fuels, the general fund, $81,515.21. Solid waste, the general fund, $162.15. Post retirement, the general fund, $8,415.35. Total transfers, $235,092.71.
Motion on the floor, do I have a second?
Second.
Question on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
Yeah, move to table this motion here. I have to appoint MGI Risk Management Inc. as a broker of record for workman's compensation insurance. What's that? We're not gonna table that? Okay, then I have a motion to appoint MGI Risk Management Inc. as the broker of record for workman's compensation insurance quotes from Encovia Insurance and AM Trust Insurance.
Second.
Question on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
That concludes my report.
Thank you, Chuck. Health, Environment, Cable, and Technology with Ms. Shan Sports.
Thank you. I have one motion to approve pay request for final submitted by Minnieville Demolition Services in the amount of $38,000 for the Still Rivers COG CD 50-3113 White Oak Demolition Project as recommended by the Borough Engineer, and authorize the Borough Manager to execute the pay request on behalf of the Borough. And this project was funded by a CDBG grant administered by the Still Rivers COG in the amount of $35,000, so the borough's share will be $3,000.
A motion on the floor, do I have a second?
Second.
Question on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
That concludes my report.
Thank you, Jan. Parks and Recreation with Ms. Amy Secretarianis.
Thank you, Lori. A couple of announcements. First of all, I want to thank everybody who came out and made the first annual Lincoln Long Table event a success. It happened with cooperation between 3 churches and Recreation Committee. Second announcement, Community Day is scheduled for Saturday, August 1st from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at Heritage Hill Pool. Pool will open at 11 a.m. Vendors and activities begin at 2 p.m. The Hoot Owls Band will perform from 6 to 9 p.m. with fireworks to follow. Other activities include pool games, a petting zoo, Wild World of Animals, Moonwalk, Cornhole Tournament, children's activities at the Children's Corner from 2 to 6 p.m., and craft and food vendors. Check our website for details and updates. I have a couple motions. Motion to approve pay request number 2, submitted by Mern Incorporated in the amount of $38,250 for the pickleball court development project as recommended by the borough engineer, and authorize the borough manager to execute the pay request on behalf of the borough.
Second.
Question on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
I have a motion to approve pay request number 3, final submitted by Mern Incorporated in the amount of $14,542 for the pickleball court development project as recommended by the borough engineer, and to authorize the borough manager to execute the pay request on behalf of the borough.
Second.
Question on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
Finally, I have a motion to approve invoice number 10039 dated June 2nd, 2026, submitted by Snyder Recreation Incorporated in the amount of $14,421.62 for equipment and the installation of items for the pickleball court development project as recommended by the borough engineer, and authorize the borough manager to execute the pay request on behalf of the borough. This was approved co-stars purchased.
Motion on the floor, do I have a second?
Second.
Question on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
And finally, the Veterans Memorial Project Buy a Brick campaign is still active. We do plan on having them at the community day, so you can stop by the booth and learn more about that and buy a brick there as well. Please go to our website for more details and ordering instructions. And that concludes my report.
Thanks, Amy. And then we have White Oak Senior Citizens Update by George Kamakis.
Okay, thank you. We have had a late July. All we've had is yoga, and our coffee hours. Our next coffee hour is July 30th at 9:30. Next month, yoga will still happen on Mondays and Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Coffee hours at 9:30 on Thursday the 13th and the 27th. We have our monthly meeting on the 12th where we'll have Speaker Elizabeth Kosey speaking on health initiatives. And that concludes the senior citizens.
Thank you, George. Now, White Oak Athletic Association updates. I'm giving an update so far. But also, there's baseball tots sold out in 2 days. Ball registration for baseball and softball are live until August 11th. Also, 3x3 basketball is going on till the end of the month. Softball clinics are Mondays and Wednesday evenings, and you can sign up in person. And that includes White Oak Athletic Association. Planning zoning codes with Amanda Paulus.
Thank you, President Schroeder. I just wanted to provide an update on the White Oak and South Versailles Joint Comprehensive Plan and Zoning Ordinance Update Project. We have been meeting for the past few months. The steering committee from both communities, we're making good progress on the comprehensive plan. We'd like everyone to save the date for Wednesday, September 9th at 6 p.m. at the community center. We're going to be having a public meeting to announce what's in the comprehensive plan and to get public feedback so that we can finalize that. Additionally, I'd like to provide an update on the Blight Committee. Last month was the first time the Blight Committee met. It was largely an educational kind of meeting. We talked about the different mechanisms for blight control. Our solicitor, Ashley Prochowski, was actually the our guest speaker at that meeting. There's so much momentum amongst the members that they wanted to meet again, even though, we're only obligated to meet quarterly. We are meeting again next Monday, July 27th at 6 p.m. at the Borough building. And that's going to be mostly a working meeting. Those are those two reports. So next I have some motions. The first motion is to approve pay request number 1, dated May 8th, 2026, submitted by Environmental Planning and Design in the amount of $7,227.75 for the White Oak and South Versailles Joint Comprehensive Planning and Zoning Project as recommended by the Steering Committee, and authorize the Borough Manager to execute the pay request on behalf of the Borough.
Second.
Motion on the floor, do I have a second?
Second.
Question on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
Next, I have a motion to approve pay request number 2, dated June 10th, 2026, submitted by Environmental Planning and Design in the amount of $6,876.08 for the White Oak and South Versailles Joint Comprehensive Planning and Zoning Project as recommended by the Steering Committee, and authorize the Borough Manager to execute the pay request on behalf of the Borough.
Motion on the floor, do I have a second?
Second.
Question on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
Lastly, I have a motion to approve pay request number 3, dated July 10th, 2026, submitted by Environmental Planning and Design in the amount of $9,892.75 for the White Oak and South Versailles Joint Comprehensive Planning and Zoning Project as recommended by the Steering Committee, and authorize the Borough Manager to execute the pay request on behalf of the Borough.
Motion on the floor, do I have a second?
Second.
Question on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
That concludes my report.
Thank you, Amanda. Public safety, Mr. Brian Bigfeld.
Thank you, Madam President. I have a motion to approve an agreement with the retirees from the police department regarding post-retirement health benefit insurance.
Motion on the floor, do I have a second?
Second.
Question on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
That concludes my report.
Thank you, Brian. Public Works and Grounds, Mr. George Kambakis.
Thank you, Lori. Month of June, we had approximately 1,120 man hours. More than half of that was done asphalting the second half of the walking trail up at Heritage Park. That location is when you enter the park, the immediate right, and that entire loop is roughly 5/8 of a mile. And there's still more work that needs done, and it's looking pretty good. We mowed grass at the park, throughout the borough, WOAA, and that accounted for a total of 130 hours. And finally, 51 hours chipping. The entire report is available here at the offices between 8:30 and 4. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, George. Tax collector's report. I need a motion to accept the tax collector's report and pay the commissions and fees for June 2026.
So moved.
Second.
Question on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed. The engineer's report. Amber Gall's not able to make the meeting tonight. Under her report, I need a motion to accept the engineer's report.
So moved.
Second.
Question on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed. Solicitor's report, Ms. Ashley Pachelski.
Thank you, President Sherrider. I don't have a public report this evening, but I did want to thank Councilwoman DePaulis for having me at the Blight Committee meeting a few weeks ago. I was really happy to see the enthusiasm from the community liaisons. I'm really excited about what you guys have done with that committee and what you're gonna plan to do in the future. So thank you for having me. I do have 2 resolutions for the board's consideration this evening. The first is a previously tabled resolution. It's resolution 2026-27, resolution of the Borough of White Oak, Allegheny County, Pennsylvania, approving the requirements of a provisional membership as part of the Municipal Risk Management Workers' Compensation Pool Trust.
I'd like to make a motion to table that until a special meeting next week.
Motion on the floor, do I have a second?
Second.
Question on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
Next, we have resolution 2026-28. It's a motion to approve the acquisition and subsequent disposition of numerous parcels of vacant property known as block and lot number 460-L-398, location at 302 Dome Street, in accordance with the comprehensive plan of the municipality. And this is a project that's in cooperation with the Allegheny County Redevelopment Authority and the Allegheny County Vacant Property Recovery Program.
I need a motion to pass resolution 2026-28.
So moved. Second.
Question on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed. Do you have any new business? Do you have any old business? Announcements? The next meeting will be on August 10th, 2026, 6:45 PM, council workshop meeting. And August 17th, 2026, 6:45, council workshop meeting. And also on August 17th, 7:30 PM, council meeting. Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Yeah, I recognize the address. Yeah. We fix it every year. It's the alley behind.
Okay, so nothing's operating.